Okay, welcome to IT Security Labs, and thank you all for joining tonight. Today we have a really good live stream. We are expecting to complete 2 of these machines from TRYHACKME. Our main goal is to finish 2020 with a bang and complete 2 machines on the learning path of the offensive security. So if you're just joining us on this channel, we try to use hands-on learning experience on TRYHACKME, Hack the Box, and also in our home lab to make sure that we learn hands-on cybersecurity skills. So no certifications without actually practicing. That's what we do here. So thank you very much for joining tonight. And if you're brand new, remember to like and subscribe. Otherwise, it's going to be a fun one. I have 2 machines that I would like to complete today. That's Skynet and Daily-BUGLE. We can also do Alfred if you have time. So expect us to be here for a little bit, but we're going to go through these machines step by step so you can see what it looks like when someone is exploiting machines on TRYHACKME. These are a little bit difficult, maybe moderate, but nothing too hard here. I'll explain everything that I'm doing. So if you're brand new to ethical hacking, this is really good because you get to see someone like you practice live. And if you have any questions, as always, ask in the comment section. Otherwise, let's get started here. What are we doing? So I have an account on TRYHACKME. This is a platform where you can go and learn offensive security pretty much. And in this case, I'm going through the OSCP path. And in this path, you have to pay to be able to access some of these machines. Most of them are free. I've done a bunch of them, as you can see. And today I plan on doing Skynet and Daily-BUGLE. I've done a bunch with checkboxes that you can see already. So this is going to be my learning path as well. I haven't done most of these, so you get to see how I think. So let's start by, let's choose Skynet. So if you haven't been on here, this is what you do. Skynet is our machine here. First thing, I need to join the room, which I already did. Then I'm going to deploy the machine. This will take a minute to deploy. As you can see, I'll get an IP address here in a minute. But while it's deploying, I wanted to share with you that I'm going for the license penetration tester test. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this one done in the next 45 days or so. And in the process of doing that, that's why I'm practicing here. I also want to go for the OSCP, which is awesome. And part of my practice include Hack the Box, TRYHACKME, and my home lab at home. So this is really, really awesome fun. I also take training from EC Council for their certified penetration tester training. So just so you know where I get my knowledge from, and I completed all this. There isn't much really here that you wouldn't learn somewhere else. So, and if you haven't taken a bunch of these machines, I complete these on this channel as well. So we've done a bunch of these machines here from VownHub that are OSCP-like, and also some from Hack the Box. There's a 30 video series on this channel of these machines here. So watch those as well. All right. Now let's check our machine here. We have 20 seconds before it deploys. Then the fun begins. So let's give it a few seconds here. And whilst doing that, I will also share with you my notes. These are the notes that I've been taking as I practice my ethical hacking. So I'm armed with notes that I can use for pretty much anything. I have reverse shells, enumeration, file transfer. I mean, you name it, I probably have some notes on most of these things here. So I'll be referencing these notes in OneNote. And then, of course, our Kali Linux. So let's go ahead and sign into our Kali. This is a distro that we use for ethical hacking. And my Kali Linux is already connected to the TRYHACKME network using this SSH tunnel. They will show you how to connect, but this is my IP address, so I'm going to keep that in mind. All right. Awesome, let's do this. So now that our machine is deployed, we have an IP address here. Let's see if it responds to ping. Not all TRYHACKME machines respond to ping, so let's see. I like to ping. If it doesn't, that's okay. All right, it responds to ping, so our machine is live. Now let's go to a folder that I created for it. Which one did we deploy? We deployed Skynet, so let's go to Skynet. So being organized is very important. That's why I like to keep my machines in one folder, because it keeps me being able to see where I am and also be able to keep our notes. So if you're just joining us, we just started a machine on TRYHACKME. It's called Skynet. And we have two machines today, Skynet and Daily-BUGLE. So we're going to be going a little faster, but at the same time, I hope we can enjoy this. Our main goal is on TRYHACKME, we should be able to answer all these questions here and also be able to get user and root. So that's what we have to do here. And our IP address is this one. First order of business, let's start with our notes on our enumeration, Nmap. We want to run Nmap against our target machine. In this case, top 1000 ports. That's the first one that I do. Then usually you want in the background to run also all the other ports and also run UDP scans. But in this case, I'm just clicking the top 1000 ports to make sure that everything works. So let's do that. All right, so Nmap minus 3 OA. Okay, see the problem here. I need to fix my notes. It's a small letter. All right, while that is going, let's give our target a little bit of a time. Now we're just enumerating. We want to know what's going on with this target machine. What services are running? And in this case, we're targeting Skynet. And let's see what TRYHACKME tells us. Are you able to compromise this Terminator themed machine? Well, we'll find out. You and I will find out. Because as you can see, I haven't done this. So it's a Terminator themed machine. TRYHACKME is going to walk us through a little bit here. For example, it's asking us for a hidden directory. That gives me an idea already that there is a web server. By just looking at this information here before my Nmap goes anywhere. What is a vulnerability code when you include a remote file for malicious files? I can answer some of these. When you include a remote file for malicious file, this is a local file inclusion vulnerability. Let's see. We're running our Nmap in the background, so this is good for us to test. All right. All right, let's give it a LFI. Let's give it a minute. Maybe we'll get a hint from our machine. But let's go back to our results here. All right, Nmap finished, which is good. So here's the command that we ran, top 1000 ports. That's what we did here. We see port 22. This is my methodology. 22 with 7 point something. This is probably not vulnerable. I won't even brute force this. So yes, you can have this. You can have a copy of this notes, Reggie. I can give you, it's OneNote. You already have OneNote, right? All right, so 22 is not going to help us much. Let's go to 80 because they're talking about local file inclusion here. I see also that we have Samba open. So let's do this. File, new tab. CD. Let's go to our directory. Okay. So I see that we have Samba open here. So since we have Samba open, let's enumerate our Samba while we also check the web server. And in my notes here, I have my Samba section. We can try to run the Nmap script for SMB, or we can try to sign in as anonymous. In this case, we're going to try to sign in as anonymous in a second here. But let's try to see if there's anything by listing using this one. And our IP, I should know this by now. (10.10.54.250). Let's memorize that. All right, let's see. What do we have on the Samba? This is part of our enumeration. We're just finding out what's running. All right. It wants root's password. I'm going to try anonymous. All right, we do have some Samba shares, which is good. We also have port 80. So let's check port 80 quick. Between Samba and port 80, we should be able to get into this machine in no time. And usually those ones are the easiest ways to get into a machine. Let's check port 80. This is a Terminator themed machine. Skynet, nothing here. Let's view the page source. Okay, so port 80 is not giving us much. So because of that, let's brute force some directories on port 80. I'm just going to use simple derb. I'm going to shift to dir search in a little bit. Like in the next few weeks, I'm not going to be using derb. I'm just going to be using the Python script for dir search. I found that that is very, very helpful. But for now, let's stick with derb. We're just brute forcing the site right now to see what's on the website, and then we'll figure out, while this is brute forcing, you want to be able to multitask. This is why I'm doing this. I'm brute forcing right now. Let's go and check out the Samba share. So SMB client tells me that I do have these. So to sign into Samba share, I have my cheat sheet here for Samba, which tells me that to sign in as anonymous, this is what I need to do. I need to say SMB client, work, then the IP address. In this case, I don't know what the IP address is. So let's change that to the actual IP address, 54.250. All right, now, trying to get in as anonymous. We can enumerate further on that Samba share using the SMB scripts. I'm not going to do that today because I think I can get in, but you can use this script here. These are nmap scripts that you can use for Samba to find out more. But in this case, I'm not going to do that. Let's just go with anonymous. I think it's anonymous without a password, but I always type anonymous. But all right, so now that I'm in here, let's do it there. See what do we have in here. All right, we have attention.txt. Look what I have here. I'm in my directory TRYHACKME Skynet. So that's why I like to do this. Then I can do this get. Now I'm downloading these files from the Samba share to my machine. Then let's check out the logs. Okay, I got log 1, 2, 3. Oh, can I get this? Can I do this? I doubt that it will work, but it would be nice if it worked. Okay, I guess I'll do this. There has to be a better way to do this. All right, so what I did here is I just looted from the Samba share. I could have stolen the whole thing, but I just store these 3 files here in the attention.txt. So let's exit the Samba share. Looks like that's all we have. And now that I did that, all my files I've stolen in the Skynet folder. So if I do an ls here, you're going to see that here they are. Log 1, log 2, log 3, and my nmap results that I was saving earlier. And important.txt. So let's start with important.txt. Okay, add features to the beta. So they have a CMS. CMS, these are the easiest things to attack. If you see a CMS, they are the easiest. I have a lot of fun attacking them because they're usually you brute force them. You use SQL to get in, or you brute force the site. Then you get in, you upload the shell, or there is already vulnerability. CMSs are too easy. So this should be easy then with the CMS, and it looks like it's on this location here. Let's copy that. Let's go find out if it's there. Okay, Miles Dyson's personal page. Okay, so we do have a CMS, like you saw here. Work on T800, whatever these blueprints are. We'll come to that. Spend more time with my wife. That is a good idea, Miles. Miles knows what's up. All right. So this didn't help me much, except show me this location, which I will check out in a bit here. But let's get log1.txt. I did 2 cats and still found it. Good. It looks like some gibberish here. Oh, Miles is not too smart. He's changing his password and saving them here. Different variations. I don't know. Whatever he's doing, these look like passwords. Let's check out our results from Dearbuster. Okay. I'm going to stop derb here. I found /admin/config, right? But I also found this. I would like to run derb against this thing here. Ideally, I would like to let it finish, but since I found another one, I wonder if there's something more to this CMS thing. So I'm going to run derb again on that. Then I'll check the /admin that I found here. Okay, let's open a new one. What's on the /admin anyway? Nothing. Okay, so it looks like this is our way in. So we are running derb again against that location. And while that is happening, let's check the other files. You see, I'm able to switch between multiple things, but I like to run things and also be able to do other things while other things are running. Log2.txt. Okay. So those ones were useless. Only on log1 has stuff on it. All right, so these look like passwords or whatever they are. We'll need them at some point. So right now we are just brute forcing directories that go past this one, but we can do this. We can view the page source here. In this case, I don't see anything. Sometimes you might be able to see more information in here, but in this case, I don't see anything. So we rely mostly on Derbbuster. All right, before I even go anywhere, I have a /administrator here. Ultimately, we could have found it. We would have found it with the original Derbbuster. It would have just taken a long time. So if you see something interesting, run derb against that specific one. In this case, we have an administrator page. So let's go and find out. Administrator. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so we got a Cooper CMS username and password. I don't see a version anywhere, but as always, I check my source. What is this? I always try to check the page source to make sure that things are working. All right, I get a CMS here and I have a login page. And in this case, I mean, the sky is the limit. The first thing that I can try is look up what is the default login page for Cooper CMS. Okay, let's look it up. This is what we do. Let's find out what are the default creds for this thing. Here is the installation, default login. Okay. So it doesn't want to go. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get out of Kali. Let's go check out on our main machine here. Nope. It's a no-go. Is this even a thing? No. All right. That's good. Let's keep looking. So we cannot go to that location. We can try to brute force this or check SQL injections, but I would like to know if there's a default credential. So let me Google that on a different computer here. Give me a second. Interesting. I found some documentation for it. Let me show you what I found. This is just part of the research that you just have to do if you're going to be doing this. Here is more information about this thing. They even have a demo. Okay, admin. So you can check it out here if you wanted to. My firewall doesn't like this. My firewall hates this. I have a smart firewall. I have a next-gen firewall. That's why this is happening. It doesn't like this. It just saw this today and it doesn't like it. So this website for this CMS is blocked by my firewall. That means they think it's bad. So let's not read it. We'll find a way in. But it had admin. Let's start that. No, it didn't work. Let's try to answer some questions because TRYHACKME will give us some clues anyway. Let's answer some questions to make sure that things are working for us here, and then we make sure that we don't have any problems with this thing. Okay, first thing, let's answer this question. What is Mouse's password for his email? For 250. So there's emails. Okay. We are not there yet. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. It's good to see everybody who is here. All right, so let's let this run for a little bit and we'll see if we can get somewhere. Yeah, if you haven't, I highly encourage people to check out TRYHACKME. As you can see, it's a very, very fun platform. I spent a lot of time on Hack the Box, but I think TRYHACKME also helps with people, especially if you are just getting started. It's really, really good. All right, so we see that we have, they want a password and they want a hidden directory. So that's good. Yes, log1 can be used for brute forcing logins. Let's see, I'm waiting to see if there's more logins here. All right, and enumeration is key here. Let's sudo su. The reason why I do that is so that I can be root. I think I cut corners with my enumeration. Let's also find out what's on the main directory as well, if there's more. Because according to this, there's an email server. Why would they be talking about an email? What is the name of the hidden directory? We found that. We found that the hidden directory, I think it's this one. This is what they want, but they're talking about an email server. So I'm curious where that is. I'm pretty sure this is the hidden directory. Yeah, without that. Yeah, so that is correct. What is the vulnerability code when you can include a remote file into malicious purpose? What is that called? Remote file inclusion, right? I thought it was LFI, remote file inclusion. Let me know in the comments in there what you guys think. Because I thought for sure it's a remote file inclusion vulnerability if it's like that, but they are not saying that. What could that be? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I said oh, I was saying local file inclusion when I typed earlier, wasn't I? Thank you, Matthew. It's remote file inclusion. LFI is local file inclusion, and somehow when I say it, I said them wrong. Okay, so this is right. So I know that I'm going for remote file inclusion, and what that means is in the URL here there's some something equal to, you know, that stuff. But I need to find someone's password for his emails here. So we got these two right. What is the user flag and what is the root flag? So those are the two things that are left. Let's find out the email password and let's find out the username flag. And since we don't know, we don't have anything to do with email, I'm rerunning my brute force again to see if I can see anything. Because I think there is a mail server instead. Why would they be asking me for an email password? This is not an email place. This is a CMS solution. So I need to find out where the email server is, which is why I'm rerunning my derb here. Okay, let's do this. I can save us some time here, but I found a /admin doesn't work. Let me check it out. We should find a different directory here from our derb. I'll let it run, but I found out that, yeah, it's, oh, I cannot type this. I cannot. It's squirrel mail. Is that? Yes, it's squirrel mail. That's the one, and you are going to find it if you keep running this derb here. That's where we're going to find it. But for the sake of time, this is it right here. And since this is the directory that we need to brute force, and we're being asked for this person's user, Miles's password, we're just going to brute force for Miles. And we found information about Miles from our file share. .text here. And his name is Miles Dyson. Two things that you can do when you have a user's name. Companies do these things. They say M Dyson for email, right? M Dyson, or for usernames. So you can generate a word list for Miles here. You can do something like this. These are the different variations that companies will do to create emails. Or you can do this. Something like this. And you can brute force for his username. You're almost guaranteed it's one of these. And in this case, we're just going to go with his full name, Miles Dyson. I'm going to use a technique that I use all the time here. There's multiple ways you can do this to brute force for his password. But for me, I'm going to brute force this squirrel mail here using his name. I could have used my word list of those names that I just created there. But to make this fast, I'm just going to put this because I know that that's his name. And then the password, I'm going to put test. And in addition to that, I'm going to brute force using Burp Suite. Some people can use Hydra here. It works. Burp Suite just happens to be my favorite one. But let's brute force that way. And it's faster. Well, it's not that fast. Burp Suite is actually slow. I'm planning on changing it to a different one. Hi BT, it's good to see you, man. And Matthew, I see you're holding the fort, answering all the questions. It's good to see everybody. So we are studying Burp Suite here so we can brute force squirrel mail. And then, as you can see, I'm using the free version. So it's not the fastest, but it gets the job done. And for the OSCP, that's all we can use. We cannot use the professional version anyway. So we're going to be stuck here. So if you just joined us a little later, we are completing Skynet from TRYHACKME. It's a vulnerable machine. It's on the medium size. It's not entry level or easy, but at the same time, it's not the hardest machine, I don't think, from what we're seeing so far. So right now we're about to brute force an email server that we found that we can access with Burp Suite using Intruder. And this is the email server. So I'm going to use Foxy Proxy to use Burp, and it's mouse, and my Burp is intercepting. And if you haven't done this, this is a very, very simple thing. What we want to do is, you see here, this is the line that you should care about. We want to brute force for Miles Dyerson's password using this parameter here. In this case, I put it as test. So what we do is we send it to Intruder, right click and send to Intruder. When you go to Intruder here, you can say, okay, now I'm in Intruder. You want to first start by positions and clear the positions. You want to brute force this part only. So what Intruder is going to do is going to put this request multiple times, changing this with whatever we put. So in this case, let's set that test as our parameter. I'm going to leave it to Sniper because Sniper works, but sometimes you want to use battering ram. In this case, Sniper is going to do the job. Now positions, we need passwords here. Lucky for us, we got was it log1.txt? We got a bunch of things here. There must be passwords, and we think this person was just saving their passwords here. This is good for practice. In the real world, nobody does this. If they do, they have a problem. Let's start the attack. So we're going to be attacking, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get a right password. This is just us brute forcing using Burp Suite. Another one you can use is Hydra. And Hydra is very, very easy to use as well. But I like Burp Suite. It's my go-to. What we're looking at is the length. The length here is going to be the same when the password fails. It's going to be different when the password is right. So you see 320 is our constant. Right away, we see that this one is different. There is a high chance that this is a password because it's different from the 320s. You're going to see that the rest of them are going to be 320s. So let's copy that. And there's one way to verify this. Let's copy this. Let's give it to TRYHACKME. They're asking for a password. Let's give them a password. Then they will verify it for us. All right, so yeah, that was a very easy one. Usually you don't get it on top like that. You get it all the way in the bottom. So you might have to wait a long time. But in this case, they saved us a long time. You see these 3240s and this is different. That's all you're doing is you're looking for a different one. And this will go for a long time if you're using default word list like Roku.txt and the other ones. But in this case, we got our password here, which was very simple. So let's exit that and let's turn off our proxy. Or you can turn it off from here. I encourage you to just use Foxy Proxy. So now that we have Mouse's password, let's sign in. This might actually be hanging here. What you want to do is copy and start it in a new terminal. Okay, let's keep it that way. Okay, let's go back to the login page again. Found Miles and we found his password right here. Let's sign into his emails. Maybe we can steal stuff from him. All right, so we're in here. We have achieved one thing. We got into Miles's password, and here he is talking about Samba password reset. Man, this person makes our life easier. So we got a new password here, Samba password. Let me loot a little bit here. I'm just going to write a few notes here because I'm getting. So it's saying this is the Samba password. All right. So we found the Samba password. What is a user flag? So these are the only questions we have to answer here. So since we got a Samba password, let's keep that. Let's read the other emails. Let's go back to inbox. This one is no subject. What you're looking at, this came from Skynet. So maybe that's another user that's there. There is another one, Serena Kogan. Again, this is also another user that we should be looking at. And in here, what is in here? Come on. This is the base 64. No, not base 64. Binary. Let's decode it. I don't know if it leads to anything. I like to use the online ones because they're easier. Paste it here. Okay, some gibberish or some cryptic message. I'm going to ignore this for now. That doesn't make sense. Check the other email. I can have everything. Okay, this is the same gibberish stuff. This is nonsense. We found a juicy stuff here. We found a Samba password here. This is what we're interested in. Let's go and see. Since we found Samba shares here, we can see if we can loot more. And with Samba, I have my cheat sheet here that tells me if I forget, because you don't have to memorize this stuff. Part of my enumeration, Samba. In this case, I have Miles Dialson here. Let me show you how we can get in. And in this case, our IP address is 10.10.54.215. Okay, let's stop this. We already made more progress than that. .215. Let's see if we can loot more as him, since there is a Samba share, and also we'll find out that he has one. Let's get in as him and use password, which we just saved here. Which is more secure than his other passwords. Paste that. All right. So login failure. Let's make sure that we're doing it right. Let's try that again. This time, let's grab it from here, just in case we are not copying it right. Let's paste it here. It says Samba share, so it should work. All right. Yeah, it did. So now if we say dir here. Oh boy, they were talking about PDFs earlier. Look at this. Yeah, a bunch of PDFs. I'm not about to read PDFs right now. No way. Okay, let's leave the PDFs for later. Let's go to notes. What's in here? Oh no. A markdown documents. Looks like they were pushed to Git or something. Okay. This is where manual enumeration becomes important, being able to look through a lot of noise and figure out. Practice.md. I can download this whole thing to my Kali or not, but this one says important.txt, so it must be important. And that's the only .txt file in there. That's why it stood out to me. So let's get that. All right, let's go back here. I'm going to stop this as well. I'm going to my Skynet. So when you download a file from an SMB share, it drops you in the directory that you're working in. And I'm working in the Skynet. So I can now cat that important file, .txt, which is the same. All right, so I found this file way earlier, and it's the same deal. So there's nothing to do here in this Samba shape, because if this is important to them, I already found this. I guess we're back to it. We found it here. And we found an administrator page here after brute forcing it. So someone is poisoning my DNS, it looks like. Let's do it again. I hope people cannot mess with TRYHACKME DNS because people can try to mess with me here. Yeah, someone is poisoning my DNS. Seriously? Okay, so the TRYHACKME people need to fix their DNS. So someone is redirecting my traffic because they know my machine IP address, and they're really messing with my DNS. Okay, let's try something different. I see what you guys are doing. I see what you guys are doing. I know what you're doing here with this. All right, so if you keep doing that, maybe we might not be able to live attack these machines from TRYHACKME. They need to give me a private machine since I'm a paying member, so people don't do this stuff. All right, let's do it again. Can you just stop doing that nonsense wherever you are, so we can actually get things done here? Because I know what you're doing. Thank God my firewall blocks this type of stuff. All right, so as you guys can see, someone on the TRYHACKME network on the VPN is doing terrible things. I knew this was going to happen. All right, let's see if I can access my machine. All right, so this one is still there. Let's go to Squirrel Mail. Squirrel Mail is still there. So they just poisoned. Somebody just poisoned my live stream, guys. If you guys can't see what's happening here, they went to the TRYHACKME. How the hell? Yeah, I know, right? It must be someone having a lot of fun with my live stream. Come on, you guys. This is not fun. We're supposed to be having fun attacking machines here. Not if you do this, I'm just going to pivot to VownHub. That way I can just download a machine. So if this keeps happening, guys, we'll just go to VownHub and be able to do this, because you see what's happening here. Well, I mean, I'm dealing with hackers, right? Now that I know that this can happen with TRYHACKME live streams, maybe I won't be doing them again. But the idea is we are now supposed to go to the CMS site and then be able to pretty much attack it. It probably has a vulnerability on it, and then be able to get shell. It must be a bug on the TRYHACKME site. Why do they even allow people to do this? Because on Hack the Box, you can't do that. All right, let's look it up first, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So if you look up the CMS file that is running on our site, where we cannot go now because this person is messing with us, that site is vulnerable to this exploit here, which is what they gave us a hint earlier, which is a remote file inclusion vulnerability. And the way this works, I can tell you a little bit here. The way remote file inclusion works is that you can tag. You can include files by including these dash files here. Like if you say dot something dot something. In this case, this is very specific to. Let's see if we can bypass their stuff, to the alerts config all the way to the password. So whatever the target URL was, all the way there. So let's see. If my DNS has been poisoned, I might try again. But hey, props to them for trying. Come on, don't send me to Pornhub. I'm live streaming here. I got a business to do. You want me to get banned by YouTube, huh? Okay, let's see if. Okay, they didn't do it here. So let's paste our remote file inclusion here and see. In this case, it was administrator. What a terrible human being who did this. All right, so this is not going to work because somebody poisoned my DNS. They didn't poison my DNS. They poisoned TRYHACKME DNS, which makes it a baby. It's a baby platform, right? They haven't figured out that hackers do this. I mean, this is how we end the year. Let's do it. Okay, so if you just joined us and you're wondering what I'm talking about, someone went to TRYHACKME, found out that I'm attacking this machine here. Let's go. I'm attacking this machine live, and I'm attacking it on this IP address. They connected to TRYHACKME with their VPN, and somehow they hijacked the IP address of this machine and are redirecting it to a different one. So I'm going to terminate this and bring it up again in a second here with a different IP address. That way it can work. And if you know folks from TRYHACKME, you should tag them on Twitter or something and tell them what people can do on their platform. Because this can also make other people who work in groups and stuff like that on TRYHACKME vulnerable. So maybe if people from TRYHACKME are watching, they need to fix this stuff here. What you can, because these machines are probably shared, they're in a shared network. Everybody's in the same network. All right, I'm waiting for a different IP address, then we can try to attack it that way. And wherever you are, you need to stop that nonsense. Let us have some fun here. Someone says, how? PTR record? I think... I don't think. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's shared, and I'm on a VPN, so I'm in a shared VPN with people. What I can do is I can just switch to the TRYHACKME attack boxes, and that also can be poisoned. All right, let me get a new IP here so we can go back. All right, there we go. We got another one here. Now let's go back to 207. Isn't that fun? All right, so over there, let's remove this first for now. Let's just verify that it works. Let's go to administrator. Finally, okay, now that we're here, let me show you the vulnerability again. This is the vulnerability that we're going for. And what I just did is you just Google the vulnerability that we have and be able to tell that this is the exploit that we have. And this is what I was saying. CMS are very easy to attack. They always have some vulnerability, and it's usually a public exploit, which is ridiculous. So in this case, we want to start from alerts going all the way here. And if it's vulnerable, we should see stuff. This is what remote file inclusion looks like. So let's go and see before we get redirected here. All right, there we go. So it is vulnerable. So what this means is, since it's vulnerable, what I can do is I can just put a PHP reverse shell. In fact, I'm just going to execute it here very quickly. I feel like I'm rushing against time because somebody is trying to mess with me with my live stream. So here is my PHP reverse shell. I save it on my home directory, and as you can see here, I got an IP address 10.2.38 on port 88.8, 58.87. Okay, so I got a PHP reverse shell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to host Python simple HTTP here. Somebody's going to try to pull my files from my computer if I host a simple PHP here. Okay, do it. This is an isolated machine. Damn it. This is why I like my personal home lab, where I can just do my live streams without people messing with my stuff. Because right now I'm hosting a Python simple HTTP server, and guess what? This person can pull my files from my computer. But hey, at this point, it doesn't matter. To do that, let's use file transfer here. I'm just going to use port 8000. And what I'm going to do is go back here. Let me start a listener so I can get a shell very quickly. Yeah, if somebody pulls a file from here, I'll be able to see them from here. Then I'll report them to TRYHACKME because the IP will show up here. So pull a file from me. Thanks. All right, so I'm hosting a file there. Now what I need to do is start a listener. File, new tab. Netcat minus LV and P. It's on port 8088. That's what I'm using in my PHP reverse shell. And instead of just doing this file, remote file inclusion here, I'm just going to point it to my HTTP server. Which is here. You pull a file and see what happens. On port 8000, and this is called share sh.php. So what I'm supposed to do is I'm just triggering a remote shell right away from my browser. If you haven't seen this, this is a very easy thing to do. Now I should be able to see a shell come back. Okay, I pulled from that machine. It's not the other person, and here is our shell. So now we can safely stop this. All right. Now that we are in, we got a shell. All right, so now that we see that we got our reverse shell, we can move on. Okay, we can move on, and let's escalate this shell to something better. We don't like this shell that we have here. So what do we do? If I go to my reverse shells here, I have my Python. This is what we use all the time to fix shells that look like this, so that they look like real computers. And then we can do that. Now we can do things that I like, which is clear the screen. All right, now that we're in, we got a reverse shell through the browser. So I did it very quickly because I was afraid the other person was going to mess with us before we get a shell. So what we did is I hosted a PHP reverse shell on my computer on port 8000. I called it back and it gave me. So this is a remote file inclusion. I've done this more than 10 times. That's why it's super easy for me to do. And this is the easiest one. We can use this to deliver, to find other things. But in this case, this is what we did. And we are able to get in. No, I'm not root. I wish I was root. Somebody asked. I am not root at all. I'm www data. This is as low as we can be. So let's do ls here. No, we got nothing. Let's go home. ls. Here's Miles. What does Miles have? Okay, Miles has a bash history. I like to see that. Not that it matters. Miles doesn't have much in his bash history, but Miles does have a user.txt. Let's verify that this is the right flag before somebody poisons our DNS again. But this time it doesn't matter. All right, so now that we go back here, let's give them their flag that they're asking for. We found the user flag. Now we just have to find the root flag and we'll be done. So this is correct. And all right. So now that we got our user flag, let's see, what else do we have here for Miles? We have backups, we have mail, we have share. Let's check the backups. We have 2 machines to attack here tonight, guys, so we're going to have so much fun. Don't mess with us. We got a bash script, which is owned by root. And we got a zipped backup. Let's see what's in that. Oh, look at that. It's a backup that zips compresses a file, sends it to the backups folder, but it's starting in the www. This is a simple one. This is an easy one. This is an easy one. I will tell you that because I've seen it on VulnHub. If someone is doing backups and they are zipping them, our friends, let me show you where they are. Under my privilege escalation here, our friends here, they have that. This is what I have used before for zipped files. If they are being, if somebody is saving files and they're zipping them, and let's check this machine quick. And usually when people do this, they have a cron job that's running. Is it cron tab? Yeah, they have a cron job, and in this case, yes, they do. Every single time somebody has a cron job that is running, in this case, I don't know why they're running it every minute, because this is what this is doing. It's running the backup.sh. If you ever see this, what you can quickly do here is you can hijack this backup process using what I just showed you here and become root, because this is running as root. What happens is you can take over. Let me find a document that explains it better. I think I documented it somewhere. Was it under my privilege escalation? Oh yeah, here. Yes, tar script backup, use this to get root. That's what I tell myself. If you see a tar script, let's do this one. Use this one to get root. And in this case, what we are doing is we're just going to use this to escalate here. But before I do that, let me check one more thing. But that is our way to get root here, which is going to give us the next machine, sudo -l. No, we don't have. So when you do sudo -l, you're just looking for more of the SUIDs. I mean, things that you can do as sudo. I'm just going to say enter multiple times here until I can get there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this right here so I can do a copy paste of the privilege escalation. Then I'll share with you what that is. All right. So because of this backup file that we have here, we can use SIDs from that side that I showed you, and mostly because it's writing to that location here, and it's zipping it with this wildcard here. And this is the biggest part. It's this wildcard that allows attackers to actually do what I'm doing here. Is this ridiculous wildcard here. So if you ever do this, you can use these as parameters and actually take more things here. And in this case, let's find out what is our IP again. It's 207. Okay. Let me take this one to here. I'll share with you the final command here in a second before somebody catches my shell. Okay, first thing that we need to do is let's go to that directory that they are going, which is var_lib_html. Let's go there because that's what this thing is doing. It's changing the directory, then it's tarring it there with a wildcard. So let's go there first. I should see a bunch of, oh no. Oh, that's where everything was. That's our web directory. Okay, so now that we're in here, we can just do this. Let me share with you. We can echo a one-liner for reverse shell here. Paste here. And we're saying, hey, this is a one-liner for reverse shell. You can put any in here. I've actually used multiple ones. Come back, but in this case, no. This is wrong. The IP address that you want is going to be the one for your particular system. So I'm going to use my VPN. Then we will make it into a bed sh. I like to name my stuff something like that. Oh, did I accidentally leave my shell? All right, let's do it again. All right, I need to retrigger my shell here because I stopped it. And this is, if you wanted to see again, this is how I did it. HTTP file, new tab, to here. And this is on port 8000/sh. And this is how we trigger it again. We should get it. We did get the file, and here it is. Okay. So now let's go back to our shell and let's escalate it again. So for those who joined a little later, this is how we got shell in the first place. And then let's fix this shell. I'm just going to use Python to fix this shell so that it's readable. You don't have to do this, but there's more things you can do once you actually fix it. And I like to use xterm. Some people ask me, like, why do you do this? This is so that I can do these things like this, so I can clear my screen or other things. All right, so we were saying we need to go and actually just get root here using that. So first thing we went to do was went to home. And in here, we saw that mouse is uh-oh. Well, yeah, I accidentally pressed Control C. Like now I need to escape this. Yeah, I accidentally pressed Control C. That's why I'm triggering the shell again. And in this case, I actually did it intentionally. Except this doesn't save my history, huh? Yeah, I pressed a quote and it logged me out. Okay, let's fix our shell here again and do this. We are almost at the end. All right, so it's HTTP. Maybe I need to put a backdoor, right? I need to put a backdoor on this thing so that I can come back in faster. Okay, there it is. But this is why I like this, because it's faster to actually just come back in and also leave the shell. And in this case, I can quickly trigger it and get back to business. All right, I'm just going to go straight into the exploitation here so we can become root. Then after this machine, I have one more machine for the night. I have it in me to do 2 machines today so we can actually get somewhere. Hopefully somebody doesn't hijack my DNS again from TRYHACKME. All right. So what we wanted to do from here, let's go to my exploitation. Wanted to go to this directory. And in here, this is where we're going to abuse that asterisk using what I just showed you here to make sure that we can get there. And to do that, I'm going to create a file to echo a file, and I'm going to name this bad because that's what it is. It's just going to create a listener on port 4455 to my computer. It's going to be called bed.sh. So let's do that. If I do an ls here, and now I have my bed.sh. Before I trigger that, actually, I don't let's start a listener here. All right, let's give that executable permissions so that we can actually execute it. And then after that, here's a few things that you can just do. Let's do this. And this is what I used last time, so this should work here as well. And I'm going to do it again using a different command. Since there's a cron job that's running in the background, I should get a shell here in no time. Where's my listener? Okay, I think I'm missing one more. Let's do this. Okay, now let's clear that. Let's see if it triggers. Nope. Let me look in my 4554. That was my bed.sh file. Okay, let's give it a minute here, just in case I still need to keep the listener going. Ali, I'm suspecting it was you. Okay, so if I do ID here, so our listener should get something here if we triggered it correctly. Oh, there it is. It just took a second. It just took a second. And the reason why it just popped up on us right now is because, remember I showed you in our machine that we have in here, this is being triggered every minute by cron job. So that's why we waited here. So what happened is we have that wildcard that was tagged to this backup here. And because of that, I was able to create another one, and it was able to be executed. And I created another shell called bed.sh, which is pretty much a one-liner that's just coming back to my... Oh no, it worked. It worked. So now if I go back here, as you can see, I am root now. All I can tell you is this is the easiest one so far with the backup. If someone is backing up to via www and they also have that wildcard setup, it's a bed SUID, and you can create your reverse shell, put it in the same location, and trigger it the way I did it here. So if we do this like right now, we should be able to say damn it, people. Damn it. Where's my flag? Dude, I need the flag. Whoever did this. Okay. Seriously though. Okay. Oh my god. All right, guys. You just witnessed trolls on the internet. Don't play in the real world with people's. Oh my god. Why, dude? Dude, you and I need to talk. So, okay, so this is what happened. Maybe him and I were attacking the same machine. We got the same IP address, so they were able to mess with me like this. I'm going to do some autopsy on this machine. I'm going to do autopsy on this machine because they didn't mess with my computer. They messed with the machine on TRYHACKME that's being shared. Okay, so they told me where the flag is. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Really? Is this still the flag? Is this still the right flag even? Okay, okay. Free advertisements on my channel. I'm not going to put this video, but I'm pretty sure TRYHACKME people would like to talk to you. I'm pretty sure TRYHACKME people would like to talk to you about messing with my stream. Okay, we got the flag. Thanks, dude. Don't mess with me anymore. We got the flag. Somebody was also hacking the same machine, and so they were able to, of course, change the DNS. Now let's do some autopsy on this machine. Oh, this is a different one. Did you just go to Etsy host and just put Pornhub in there earlier? Because that feels like that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. They went in here and put Pornhub.com. That's exactly what they did. Ah, man. Yeah. Good job. Well done. I have to say, though, I'm kind of impressed. All right, so we got a flag. Did we submit it to these people? Okay, yes, we did. That was awesome. Okay, you made my okay, that was fun. Don't do it again. What if my DNS what if my firewall didn't block that site? I would have shown people live stuff here. Okay, so we finished this machine and that was cool. We got trolled a little bit, but hey, we lived, right? Nobody died. We said a few words here that are going to get my channel demonetized by YouTube. So to support me, make sure that you give me money, because by mentioning the word Pornhub in my stream, this stream is not going to be monetized. So make sure you give me some cash over there. What was your name? Ali, for your work. You owe me some money. Okay. So now that we got trolled once, let's go and do it again. But don't troll us this time. Let's deploy another machine here. We completed that one, which was super fun. Let's go back to this time. Which one should we do? I think on the stream I had said I'm doing this, so let's do this. Yes, there is an imposter amongst us, guys. All right, now how do I do this without showing Ali my password? You know what, let's do it. We're starting another machine here, so if you joined us a little later, we had a nice hour and 15 minutes where we attacked the machine. We had a few glitches in there, but what we found out is that someone went to the Etsy host and put another site that was redirecting my specific URL. But hey, this is shared space, so it's good. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you. All right, now we are going for this daily bugle. Access the web server. Who robbed the bank? So we now know already that there's a bank robber that we're going to be looking for once this thing launches. And since I was able to get on that machine, I'm afraid Ali might come back to my Kali Linux. Now let's go back to then let's go to TRYHACKME. No. So you can see I'm already practicing buffer overflows on TRYHACKME. I like the way that they do them. So on the machines, here is another one. This is the one that we're going to be doing now. Let's do that. What do I have here? Nothing. Oh, you want my Patreon? I'll send you a link. All right, so we want to do daily bugle, and as you can see, I haven't done this, so don't mess with me yet here. All right, and we got an IP. So according to, I have to research this. According to TRYHACKME, since I'm a paying member, I'm supposed to have my own private lobby. It doesn't look like it. So I got a bone to pick with them. All right, so first thing that we did last time, nmap minus sv minus sc. Let's find out what's running. We're just going to get to the top 1000 ports here. No, that's fine. So we're just going to find out what's running on this machine. But already, according to TRYHACKME here, they're asking us, what? Access the web server. Who robbed the bank? So we're going to assume there's a web server right away. Spider-Man robbed the bank. Do they want it Spider-Man or Spider-Man? Let's see. Who robbed the bank? I thought this. Spider-Man robs the bank. Oh, it has to be specific. Come on. Can I type? Yeah, Ali, we should play King of the Hill after this. That would be fun. That would be really fun. On TRYHACKME, we can play King of the Hill. So soon after this, if we get root here first, we should do that. Okay, so we got the first one. Spider-Man robbed the bank. We know that. What is Joomla version? I don't know. I haven't seen Joomla. So now they're talking me into figuring things out. Okay, here are my results from Nmap, and yes, we do have Joomla on port 80. Okay. Oh, with Joomla, what we can do is we can use JoomScan. For that, I have JoomScan here. You can install JoomScan from the internet, but here is how you run JoomScan. For me, I think I do this. Do I do? Is it -u? Let's just figure out the usage here. There we go. Okay, so this is how we use it. And I think I can say -u here for URL. HTTP. Now, after this, let's go and run JoomScan against our site. But before we do that, let's clean up here. We have a lot of mess from the previous Skynet debacle. I have too many tabs open. Okay. Let's see. JoomScan is just like WP Scan. We use JoomScan to find anything of interest on the Joomla site. Unlike WP Scan, I don't think we need an API for this, but it will show us any directories that are here. And Joomla is pretty much a site, as you'll see here in a little bit. It's what you use to make a website. And in this case, let's go back while JoomScan is running. We have login page, username and password. Username and password here. So what I usually do is when I see this, I'm thinking SQL map, I'm thinking brute forcing this thing, I'm thinking default credentials. This is your thought methodology. If you want to be a hacker, this is the things that you do, right? You're thinking, what do I do here? Do I try with SQL? Joomla default credential? What are the default credentials for Joomla? Admin. In the password you entered during the installation, so this doesn't help. But here's the documentation. So it's good for you to always Google the default credentials, but hey, somebody always asks in the forum, Stack Overflow, somewhere. Somebody says, yo, the password is this. In this case, there's no default password. You have to set it during installation. So we don't have any password here, but let's check JoomScan. All right, so as you can see, we see /Joomla/administrator. We should have expected this. Let's go and check /administrator. This is where DNS can get messed up, right? All right, so we get our Joomla here. Now we have the administrator page. What I can do here is let's test SQL injection. Empty password not allowed. Okay. No. I'm trying to avoid using SQL map. I just learned the other day that automated SQL injections are not allowed in the OSCP. So my SQL map game, I kind of have to lose it. I can use SQL map here. And the easiest way is capture the request using Burp Suite. Then after capturing the request using Burp Suite, automate it with SQL map and see if you can get in here on this Joomla thingy for SQL injections. So right now I'm just testing them manually and it's not working. So manual injections for this is not going to work. What can I do? Let's go back here. I think. Okay. What is the Joomla version? Let's first answer that. Did I have a version somewhere? I think the Joomla version was somewhere here. Where in the world is this Joomla version? Go to site home. Oh, let's check JoomScan. JoomScan should have told us version. Yo, JoomScan, you got results for me? I need a Joomla version here. Yeah, there it is. So they want 3.7. Let's go check it out. There we go. Submit. Instead of using SQL map, okay, they don't want me to use SQL map. So no SQL map for me. Why not use a Python script? What is JavaScript password. Okay, so they want me to use a Python script. They don't want me to use SQL map. No problem. Let's do it this way. Oh, thanks. Somebody already sent me. But this is what you do. You just look it up. And in this case, I'm looking for a Python, actually. Because they said Python. They said Python. We use Python. Yep. Joomla.py. Let's use this one. Okay, let's open it. Come on. Well, let's hope this makes our life easier then. I could download it, or you can just copy it from here. And because... let's do that. I think they're using Python 2, so let's use Python 2 as well. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just using whatever Python script they gave me. Okay. Okay. It wants a URL. Or if you are smarter, you don't do what I'm doing. You just come and actually read the documentation, because they tell you how to run this thing. Oh, come on. You're not going to tell me? I think this is it. Let's just point it to the whole URL here. Do I point it to the IP or the URL? Let's figure it out. I think I point it to the IP. There we go. We're going somewhere. I'm executing a Python script mostly because they told me SQL map is the preferable way here. We extracted a user here. We found a user, Jonah. Jonah at TRYHACKME.com. And this is the password. So we can try to crack this password. All right, let's crack this password here. Why not name it hash.hash? Because we can. I can use John. I need my wait list. I think this is how you use John. I'll verify the syntax here, but I'm trying to, yeah. All right, we're trying to crack here. Oh no, no, that was the hash for the password. That was definitely the hash for the password. Let's go back here. Did I clear my screen? Yeah, that was definitely the hash for the password, not the actual password. All right, so I'm cracking this hash here, and while we're doing that, let's give it a little bit here. The trouble is when you're cracking hashes, I should be cracking this on a different machine. This is a VM on a machine that I'm live streaming on, so it takes a little bit longer, especially when you're using Roku.txt. But let's let it run and see what happens here. We should be able to get a password for Jonah and then be able to sign in. This this Joomla site. Okay, I can run it again. I'll show you. Since this is running, cracking the hash, let's go back here. Did I have my... We're just rerunning Joomscan. Oh, no, not Joomscan. What am I thinking? It was a Python. I'm also buying time for this thing to finish, because no. Anyway, let's crack the hash. Let's wait for it to finish here, and then we'll be able to see what the password is. Usually you want to run a hash identifier sometimes, and it's faster that way. But in this case, I didn't. You most likely want to run a hash identifier to make sure that it works. Joomla. All right. Run Joomla again. Okay, let's run Joomla again. Someone said they wanted to run Joomla again. Joomla.py Python. All right, yeah. And it wants our IP address. In this case, we just did an HTTP. And we gave it the IP address. Let's look at the hash again while it's actually running, right? If I can type, that would be nice. So this took the place for SQL map. You can do this for other Joomlas, but this is very specific to this thing. Here's the hash that we found. It starts from here, going all the way here. How do I ID this hash? Let me reference my hash notes here, because I do have notes for everything. And I can share them with you so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm lacking here, but here is what I have. For John, for hashcat, this is what I use. For base64, hex from registry. So if I were to use John, this is what I would do. And you have to give John the file with the hash here, and then I can go here. Then in this case, I can specify the format as well. But I can also use hashcat and give it path to Roku.txt. So I have multiple ways to crack this hash. Yeah, I will tell you that right now my hash cracking game is not up to par. I like John though. That's why I'm using John right now. And this is what I'm using. All right, let's see if John found something. If John is taking forever, what we can do is we can get the password and move on. What percentage are we on? 5%. Yeah, this is going to take a long time. Rainbow tables are on my list. I actually learned rainbow tables when going for the Certified Ethical Hacker practical exam. But John is cracking the password here. But anticlimax for you, this is the password. 123 was, I don't want to be here all night. I want to do the fun stuff. John cracks that password using that method. So now that we have it, let's go to Joomscan. Let's go back and sign in as that user that we found, Jonah. Okay, so it's saying the password doesn't work. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Let's check. Let's verify this here. Make sure that it's actually the right one. Let's give it to TRYHACKME people. Okay. Okay, so that password works. Let's try the email, like somebody said here. Let's get it going. I think that was the email. All right, we need to be able to get in here. So let's try Jonah one more time. I thought that was it. Oh, they typo for Joe. Nah. Spider-Man 123. Okay, I was just mistyping. All right, our password works. I was all conspiracy in my head. I was like, oh no, Ali did it again. Ali accessed my CMS and changed the password. All right, we're in as Spider-Man, as Jonah. This is yet another CMS. These things are not fun. WordPress and these things, they're not fun to hack because getting use on them is too easy. This thing, I'll tell you, there is one configuration file I can mess with right now, somewhere here. It's written in PHP. It's written all over it. Once you get in here on a site that's written in index that is PHP all over it, it's just a matter of finding where in the world can I inject PHP reverse shell. Almost every time. I cannot tell you enough how many times I've done this, and that's exactly what happens. And it irks me every time I find out that's the way to get in, because I want to learn something new. And in this case, I can even look it up and see if there's a PHP reverse shell I can do. Watch what happens. I just need to find out where is the file. Where do I go in the Joomla? Here's a hacking article. Bet you do tell me where this is. So sign in as user. You see, extensions, templates, done. We're in business. Extensions, templates. I can adjust any of these templates and I should be in business. Let's see, which one do I want? Can I create one? All right, let's see. In this case, can I go to styles maybe? Let's adjust the templates like they said. Let's change this one. Why don't we mess with index.php? There. All right, all we need to do now is replace this with our reverse shell and we'll get a reverse shell back. I'm just going to do it the easiest way. I'm replacing the whole thing here. Some people like to put just one-liners. I'm just going to put the whole PHP reverse shell here. This is from Pentest Monkey, nothing special in here. It's mostly because I have it. This is always ready to go, as you can see. I keep it in my home directory for a reason, because I use it all the time. And now I just need to make sure I don't have any funny business in here. The problem is I'm missing on port 888. Okay. I can save and close. Now I need to trigger that template and get my shell back. Let's hope I can get the shell. How do I trigger index.php? Maybe by just accessing it, or I need to figure out how do I trigger this thing. Do I just trigger it by accessing it in here? No. What do they say on hacking articles? It's a full path. This is just like WordPress, nothing special here. Did I already get one? No. Oh, no. Let's template preview. Otherwise, I can go to it directly. I think, let's see. It should tell me where it is. If I do a template preview, does it? Nope, it doesn't want to do that. There it is. I just needed to try a couple of times. Okay, I got my shell now. So if I do an ls, okay, first let's fix this. This is not nice. And we've been through this before, through our reverse shell. So it's pretty much part of the playbook now. Mindless stuff. Okay. Let's try to fix it one more time. Sometimes I have Python 3, but this should do it. All right, let's do that. Where am I? I'm in here as Apache. So this user doesn't help me much. I mean, here is a few things that I can look at. Let's go home. Maybe we'll be able to see a flag. Wow, that was quick. Come on. All right, so they are not giving me anything here from this user's stuff. So let's go ahead and enumerate manually. This is where you need to make decisions, right? You can keep enumerating manually here, or you can bring the big guns, automatic scripts, the scripts that will look for things for you. And in this case, I'm just going to try and hopefully do things manually for now. And then hopefully if I see something, we'll do it. Otherwise, first thing, sudo -l. Nah, nothing there. We got nothing with my sudo -l. What I'm looking at here is, can I run something as sudo? And in this case, I can't. And I don't want to accidentally queue my shell, so I'm just going to let it time out. All right, sudo -l didn't find anything. Let's check for SUIDs. This is privilege escalation. And I got a few things that I can put in here if you wanted to, but let's check for these. I like to use this one. If I'm lucky, it'll be just as easy as the last one. Then we have one that we can just find. Let's see what do we have here with SUIDs. And this is the fun stuff. Okay, and so your job is to look at these and see, does any of these look interesting? And by that, I mean, is it one of these? I'll show you. Because I had the hardest time figuring out what that means. There's an article that I've linked it here. You can use this Python script here, which is super fun. And this actually would compare the non-SUIDs to the ones that are on the internet and tell you if some of them are wrong or are right or wrong. Let me share this one with you. This one will do the same type of stuff, and it's automatic, and it will compare. I think this is the one that compares. Yeah, and it will list the ones that are exploitable. So I use this one once in a while. It's a good one to make your life easier, and it gives you an output in a nice format. So if you're looking for SUIDs, easy peasy there. Easy things to look for. I don't have any of those. No, we don't want to go to Parrot today. Let's check if we have any running processes here to make sure that things are working, but it doesn't look like we do. I am getting stuck. I might have to bring a script, and I don't want to do that today. Okay, let's bring Lin Enum. I got it somewhere. I saved it in Torment. So I got this script here. This will do auto recon for me. So what I can do here is I can launch a Python simple HTTP here and move that file to my victim machine and let it do most of the work for me. For the sake of learning, let's do it. Even though I think this will not show me much, but let's do it because I want to practice and also share with you the best way to do it. Two ways you can move a file. You can set up your Python simple HTTP, which I run all the time, or you can set up an SMB server. In this case, let's stick to this one. You can use Telnet. In Windows, you can use these other ones here. But in this case, let's stick to this one. Where is my file? Here. Let's put this on 9,000. And then let's move that file, enum file, to our victim machine. But here, I would like to move it to the temp directory. I hope there's nothing. Let's use wget to our machine on port 9000. I think that's the name of the file. Let's see if we get it. All right, we did. Now that we got our enum, let's now you probably don't need to do this. Let's see what enum gives me. So this is an automated script that is going to enumerate my machine and give me a ton of information. What I like about this is it's automating everything for me. So I can get a good lay of the land. I'll get to see like what's on this machine, what's running. I don't have to do much. And this one went very quickly, which is very interesting. All right. So your job now is to look at this and see what's happening here. We got some configuration files here, .conf. Do I have any configuration file that might look very interesting? Right? Because that can be this is in SC. Okay, let's keep going up. SG. I'm just checking everything here to make sure. Here's these SUIDs that we ran manually. We get to see them again. You also want to see if there's any local ports that are listening. Somebody is hiding a service. You can use port tunneling to get to it. We can read the sensitive data here, see if there's users. I don't think so. Useful for file locations. Okay. There we go. And it's showing us a bunch of other stuff here. So your job is to really spend some time and familiarize yourself with these results here. I want to see if there's anything that's running. And especially something that's running is localhost on a port that I didn't see earlier. MySQL is running, we know that. Here's a port 25 that's listening on localhost, but nothing. Yeah, why do we have 25? Do we have a mail server that's listening here? We might want to check it out if we don't see anything of interest. I mean, these scripts will give you a lot of results, and your job is to go through them. And here's some group memberships. I think we are almost done in the end. We have some admin users. Okay. So we don't want to skip enumeration here, but let's do it. So we got those results. I didn't see any configuration file that was interesting. I didn't see any SUIDs. But we are not done yet. we have this Joomla thing that's running. Joomla runs it on a database, just like WordPress. From all the machines from WordPress that we've attacked, we know that people leave WordPress configurations in the default locations, right? In the database configurations. So that's what I'm going for here, and that's what we are going to use. So it's good to check. In this case, it's going to be in the HTML. How do you figure out about this? You have to literally check every single thing in here, like turn it around. In this case, this is a good location to check because we know that this is where we have our site. And in this case, we have a webconfig.txt. Can I get that? I usually want to see in the .php, not .text. Another thing that can help you is you can search recursively through these directories for passwords. That takes a long time though. And in this case, this is not giving me anything. Let's robots.txt. I don't think there is anything in there. Configuration.php for who? For who? Okay. This is juicy. Let's view the whole thing. When you do a cat pass, it lets you know if there is already password or not. In this case, this is interesting. Okay. We saw port 25 listening on locally. So yeah, we see that there's a mail from, that means that they probably are sending emails from this thing. But we saw a password here. We have a secret, we have a password, user root. Did we just get a root password? As you guys can see, I haven't done this one. I just know what? No, that can be. Oh, this is the SQL password for root. I doubt that this is a root password. That would be the dumbest thing I've ever seen on a machine if they put a root password here and just gave it to us just like that. And here's a secret. Oh, BT says there might be another user. Oh, there is another user. We know that there is another user actually. We found them. Jameson. Okay. I think this might be Jameson's password. That would be password reuse. It doesn't say its name. Let's find out. Yes, BT, you are 100% right. You are definitely 100% right. Password reuse. So this person reuses the password. So now we can go and to their home directory. Thanks, bro. That was quick. Okay. What? Let's go to this person's directory. We already them. So let's grab our flag and go and submit it. Oh no. How do I escape this without killing my shell? Command Z. Nah. Okay. I need to learn how to escape that without killing my shell. This is what I did to get my shell back. I think I did a preview earlier. Indexed it. A preview should have given me that shell. Yeah, it did. All right, I'm just going to do this part here for the reverse shell. Then we can get J. Jameson's flag. All right, slash home. We have this user here. We're going to switch to them. This is the way to finish the last year, right? Create 2 machines on TRYHACKME. Okay, that's the password we found. Okay, now I'm that person, but I have a dead shell. I need to fix it. There we go. Now we're in. All right, now that we're here, let's see. Let's get our flag. Awesome. Now that we are done, let's give them a user flag and hopefully the root flag very soon. This is where things get interesting, right? Now we want to become root privilege escalation. Again, there's another script that we can upload in this machine here. But if you have been watching my streams, you know what I do. First thing that I do is sudo -l, because I'm always looking for something like this. Easy peasy things like this. So I have a cheat sheet that tells me if this happens, in this case it's yum. There is a way to get root with this. Let me look in my notes here. Is it in privilege escalations? I think it's this article here. Oh no, this is for SUIDs. Let's go back. I have it somewhere. Don't I have... Is it under my exploitation? No. Okay. I think it's somewhere. I have it somewhere. It's in here. Otherwise, what we can do is we can just Google that. Let's go back to our machine here. We'll be escalating with this, and our trusty Google should give us some results here very soon. With that, oh look, we have yum over here too on my GTF4 bins. All right, so which one should we use? Let's use this one. This one is from Red Hat. I'm just interested. Not that one. No. We don't want Ali to strike again. All right, here is where we have our yum previous, and this is actually describing what we can do here. Find, as you can see, we can actually follow this documentation here and be able to escalate our privileges. So we should be able to do that. Let me just We can use this, or you can also use the yum from here. I think we also have yum from GTO for beans here. There we go. Sudo. That's what we have. All right, so we can use either or. This is how we do our privilege escalation. So now that we're in here and we figure out that we have this, I'm just going to copy the one that is not going to require a reverse shell. In this case, it's going to be right here, because we can do the one with reverse shell, or we can just copy some of these here. So let's do that right now. Or you can use the other one here. So let's clear this so that we have a clean screen. Okay. All right. First, this is the first part here. I'm just going to do that side by side. I'm not struggling with this one. I know this one because I've seen it before multiple times. And then let's do that. I'm just copying exactly what they said on that documentation here, and here it is. Then I need to say main plugins, then end of file. I should have copied the whole thing. Damn it. Usually I just copy the whole thing, but in this case I have to do it one at a time now. There we go. And we need to end this with end of file in a second here. Like that. Then, if I do this, I should now be able to... Oh, damn it. Give me 1 second. I didn't do it right. Let's see here. Let me go back to that one. You know what? This is the whole thing that I was trying to copy here. Let's try with A first. This is what I was talking about. Okay. Now, one more time. And paste. So FTM not found. Okay, let's try the second one. And this is how you do it with these. This might be better, actually. We have two options. I'm copying the whole thing. Show window. And this should work. Oh. All right, so that did work. Because it seemed like it took it. Now let's do this. All right. If I do ID, I am root. So it's just a matter of copying this correctly. This is exactly what I did. I didn't do anything special. Exactly like this. And making sure that it works. All right, so we got root here. Let's get our root flag and I hope you didn't move the flag, Ali. There we go. So now we got a root flag. 2 machines later on TRYHACKME, we did it, guys. We exploited machines live. Let's see if we can get extra credit if we want to be ambitious. But we got through these machines. They are not easy machines in any way. I mean, look at the difficulty. According to them, they rated this machine as hard. So if you stuck around and you could understand what we're doing here, you are a real MVP. I mean, it's a hard machine according to them. I don't know how hard it is from what we're just doing here. It seems very straightforward. But according to them, it's a hard machine. So we completed 2 hard machines today without watching some videos that someone wanted to forward us to. Let's check. It says we have extra credit. Why not just finish what we started? Thank you. Found another way to commemorate the machine or want to assist another. Oh, come on. Is this what? Oh, this is just a credit, not extra credit. Okay. We did it. So let's terminate the machine, and someone says piece of cake. Well, yeah, wasn't that easy? I feel like every time we get these CMF machines, they're always easy. I'm not a big fan of the CMF or WordPress because of that. There isn't much to learn when it comes to initial compromise of them. So we did it. We did 2 machines in 2 hours, which is good. 2 hours and 12 minutes, which is really great. All right, so let's see here what we can do. Did I rank here? I don't even know how this thing works, the ranking. My learning path for the OSCP just went up. I completed this one. Now next is Alfred. So I did all these. Buffer overflow, I need to do a bunch of them. 5 hours. I don't know if I will do the whole 5 hours. Active Directory, I did 2. I am left with 2. Extra credit, I did 2. I'm left with 2. So this is almost done. Yeah, this is really done. Let's do it this way. We completed 2 machines, so thank you all for being here. Like my streams, as you can see, they're not easy. I don't get it easy. I have people trying to get into my streams. I also have machines I need to crack. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this live stream. I thought it was fun. I always enjoy being able to have a little bit of fun on these machines. As you can see, I have 47 hours worth of stuff to do here. There's 25 rooms. This is my goal. I'm going to finish this hopefully by the end of this weekend. Do all of these. Then move on to our list here. We're going to go back to Hack the Box, crack a bunch more machines. Back to Vaon Hub. Then sit for the OSCP and the license penetration tester. And I'm doing both. So there's going to be a lot of fun in 2021. And keep live streaming. All right. So here's what we can do. If people want to play King of the Hill, I can send you a link. We can live stream. You can be on another screen. I can be on another screen. And we can share screens. And we can play King of the Hill on TRYHACKME and figure out if we can get this done. The problem with sharing is somebody can see what you are doing. So that's not fun. They can cheat because they can see what you're doing. Yeah, let's play at a different time. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. I'll wait a few minutes here. Otherwise, if somebody is interested in giving me some tips, this is the time. Let me know what you guys think of my skill level so far for the OSCP. Let me know if there's other resources I should add to my cheat sheet here. And also, I'll answer any questions people might have. I have my notes. They need to be organized, but so far they seem to work. They seem to do a lot of now I can deactivate my firewall. Oh no, this is an isolated label. I turn it off after I'm done. But yeah, can you imagine if I didn't have my firewall blocking all that crap when that stuff was happening? One of the courses that I said I must get is this Linux privilege escalation course. People really say a lot of things about it. I'm just going to get it. When I'm done with everything, I'm going to buy this course. People say a lot of great things about this course for privilege escalation. I might as well buy it. So I will support this person who made this course in the next few weeks and watch their whole stuff. Yeah. Let me send you a Discord link if you still want to see Discord here. I use my Discord a lot, so let me sign in Discord and I'll send you a link. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to join us, don't live stream before you have a nice firewall with a VPN. If you go on Discord, you can find IT Security Labs. We are on there as well. Otherwise, guys, this was a really fun stream. I'm glad that we did it. I got it out of my system. I was able to crack 2 machines, which is super fun. It's actually satisfying to just I did it. I wanted to do 2 machines back to back, and I think we can do this. And as we go closer to my OSCP date, I really want to be very good and fast at this stuff. That's why I'm always Discord link. Let me share with you from my phone here. I'll send you an invite. The Discord server is IT Security Labs. I think Ali already took over my Discord channel. All right, I also sent you a link right there. Join on the Discord and send me messages there. We can connect there. It's super fun. So we can have a lot more fun. But yeah, this is my next course. I would like to take this course when I'm done with the prep, most of these things. And between this one, I took the Cyber Mentors course as well, which is really good. So if you're curious, like, oh, how does this guy know how to do all this stuff? I took Heath Adams' course on Udemy. I trained from these people here. I'm not sure how much I learned from them. I learned from them, EC Council. I cracked a bunch of these machines here, and I keep cracking them. And it's super fun. The more you do, the more you actually get to do that. Yes, you're definitely right, Ali. I want to get better with manual stuff. I don't want to spend too much time with tools. I want to know what's up on the real. Yeah, I actually on this channel I've only shown SQL map, and I just learned this week that it doesn't fly on the OSCP. So SQL map is going to be gone from my vocab for a long time. It's going to be manual SQL injections. But what you can find is that here, I also have a few machines that I'm going to crack. Not machines, just challenges. These ones teach me manual stuff. These ones I don't do things. Like baby SQL, is baby SQL here? There's baby SQL on one of the challenges on Hack the Box. I practice manually there. So when I want to do a lot of manual stuff, I do them here on Hack the Box. TRYHACKME is really hand-holding me, which is fun and not fun at the same time. Sometimes I get bored easily when they tell me what I should be going for. Like in this case, they told us there was a remote file inclusion. I didn't want to know that. I wanted to find it out by myself. But that's the game that we do, right? What course? I took both of ethical hacker, the 20 hours one. Yeah, they have 20 hours worth of stuff there that you can you can use to attack. Let's see. I'm still yet to understand how the ranking goes here and what happens, but as you can see, there was a day where I just went nuts and pretty much got a bunch of machines. And Alfred is next. Awesome. All right, any other questions, guys? Otherwise, you guys are awesome. Thank you for having so much fun with me tonight on our finale for the year and joining me on a long live stream. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, so that next time when I go live, you can see. Otherwise, every Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be here attacking machines as usual. Our main goal is to just become better as ethical hackers and also do it the right way, not just go and amass a bunch of certifications. The IT industry is known for having too many certifications and people without skills, and hopefully the goal here is for us to actually do these things. When I show up with my OSCP, I'm not going to show people that I just have a certification. I also am showing them that I can actually do these things, because I think the biggest thing is there's a lot of people with a bunch of certifications who cannot do things. And that's why being able to live stream and also do things is going to be great. Awesome, Jamal. Yeah. Put your Twitter handles in here so people can follow you. Let's form our nice community. And also follow me on Twitter at IT Security Labs. Did anyone here take the OSCP? I'm very curious for those with OSCPs who are here. What do you guys think? Awesome. I'll be following you, Ali, as well. Yeah, for me, I'm thinking of doing the same. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take the licensed penetration tester exam from EC Council. it's a 24-hour exam. Again, they claim it's close to the OSCP. I'll figure it out there. And so far, what they've taught me is a bunch of stuff, including stuff that I didn't care about. But I learned a ton about binary analysis. If I've ever learned binary analysis, this was the course to take. If you want to learn anything about binary analysis, you get a ton of... This is more than 4 hours worth of binary stuff. So I learned about binary exploitation, buffer overflows. I can do them manually without those 2 Python scripts. But I also learned about methodology and stuff from EC Council. So I'm taking the License Penetration Tester CPENT exam first. I already have a voucher. I'm waiting for them to send me my voucher. You actually have to request it from them. Once I get it from them, I'm taking that test as soon as I can. Then after that, and I hope I pass it on the first try. If I fail it, I'm not taking it again. I'm going for the OSCP. Then, of course, it's going to be fun. Once I am done with the OSCP, who knows, maybe OSCE. So that's what we're going to be doing here. OSCP, OSCE, we'll continue to do this until we get better and better and better. Until we're IPSec. Oh, thanks, Jamal. Appreciate your super chat, man. Yeah, actually, I've heard that. What Ali's saying here about the hack the box machines, that they're a little different. I have actually heard this from other people as well. And they're saying they're harder. Yeah, I've done a bunch of hack the box machines, so I'm hoping because of that, this is going to be super a nice walk. I hope so. And from learning what other people are saying, they're saying OffSec have their playing grounds. I'll be paying $20 a month to join those playing grounds. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks. So I'll be practicing on TRYHACKME. Once I'm done with this path, I'm just going to the OffSec playgrounds. And then on Hack the Box, I just want to do one thing, which is, I think, was it a battleground, or there's a track here or an end game that people suggest as well for the OSCP, which is awesome. So if you guys are interested in the OSCP, watch the next few months. I'll be taking it, and I'll be letting you guys know exactly the day that I'll be taking it. So there'll be more stuff. There'll be more interesting stuff here. Otherwise, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you, each and every one of you, and thank you for getting into 2021 with me. Otherwise, guys, let's call it a night. I'll see you on TRYHACKME and Hack the Box, or here on the next live streams. So yes, I will not be live streaming the playground. Yeah, I will not be live streaming those. So yeah, this was fun. See you guys next time. Have a good one.